Hello, my friends. Welcome in. It's the end of years 32 through something. I don't think I can do 5 years at a time. I literally don't have time in the week to vacation long enough because I use my computer for other things. So typically I'm vacationing overnight. And so I can't put out 2 episodes a week if I'm doing 5 years at a time. I literally don't have the time to do it. So you'll know by the time you see the thumbnail how many years are on this video, but we're just gonna see how it goes. So let's hop into it. All right, my friends. First up, we got Jordan Bradford, and he's still unemployed. That's probably not a good sign. Just being honest. We'll have to see. Okay, that was short. All right, maybe we can get in more years. Who knows? Grant still with Scotland. I saw something. Yeah, do I take you back? There was something on the homepage here. Scotland penalized on penalties by Italy, which I think is a whole quite the title of the article. I think you could say 17th in the world, so they bounced back. Must be something good going on. Jim Munro. I feel like I've seen that name a lot. Is he a regen? Yeah, of course he is. It's 2051. Maybe it's Munro. Maybe it's just the common last name. All right. Going back to last year. Okay. Bit better in World Cup qualification, right? I mean, right, we'd seen these. Win against Malta, Austria, Estonia, Georgia, Malta, drawing with Germany. So that would put them top of the table. Can you imagine the scenes in Scotland if you qualified for the World Cup ahead of Germany by 3 points? Grant Corrigan's got to be a legend. So little friendly warm-ups, yada yada yada. Little World Cup lost to Nigeria, but they beat Qatar. Apparently that was enough. Okay, because Nigeria beat Qatar as well. Or was it Qatar? I always and then they beat Spain on penalties. Okay, Spain had 2 sendings off. You still couldn't get a goal in extra time, and they only had 8 outfield players. Oh, that's. But you got the victory out on penalties, and then you took Italy to penalties in the third round. They made 3. You made 2. I think he's got. I mean, okay. Where's is there like a Legends screen or something? General Legends. Is Grant Corrigan a legend yet? He's got to be. You got to be kidding me. He's taken you to the World Cup, my friends. He qualified. I mean, maybe it's a little early to be a legend. I guess that could be fair. But I'm just saying. He's got a 53% win ratio, 36, 11, and 20. Got promoted to the Nations League A, and then back down, and then back up, and then back down. But I mean, 53% is not as good as 64%, I guess, from Lawrence Shankland. If we go back, let's go back to like Alex McLeish, 44%, 56, 65, 65, 64, 53. But it doesn't matter because they're still, they're getting it done. I mean, I know it's easy to get to the World Cup. Anyway, I know it's a long time on Grant, but let's move on, I guess. We'll see in the future. Juan Echeverria is still with Iberia. Now, I'm concerned because he's not really improving, I don't think, and his Continental Pro's not happening. But he's still with the club. I just blacked out. Contract, okay, end of the season. Last season finished 8th, which is an improvement over 12th. Bit of a drop from 6th, so, a little bouncing around action. Am I in the right year? So every time, we'll take a look, I guess. 30% win ratio just doesn't sound good over 5 years. 52, 55, and 63. But is that just kind of who they are? Look at that run. Oh, 1, 2, and 5 to start the season, and then knocked out of the Copa Chile, and then a little bit of run here. Maybe that helps him out. They're currently 12th. maybe it's just tough. I don't know. Let's, I guess we'll just hop forward and see if he's still employed or if they give him an extension. Aisel Headless still with Liverpool FC's contract's good through next season, so he literally just signed an extension. They're doing the classic 1 year at a time. I think he's got to be so good. Setting for the Continental Pro still does not have it. 15, 20, 13, 13, and 8. That is a manager, my friends. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think that's that's what I'm talking about. Finished second. When did he take over? He's been there 2 years. So, first season comes in, finishes 7th. Second season, finishes 2nd. That's really good. 47% win ratio, 40, 20, and 24. How are they doing this year? Currently 8th. They're in the closing. Is that the closing stage thing where they haven't played any games yet? Yes. Okay, so they're not actually 8th. Someone very nicely explained this in the comments, and I still don't understand. I'm gonna have to do a save in South America. We may do that next season or next FM. It's just kind of, it's like there's the open stage and then the intermediate stage, and I think they said something like it takes the teams, and all the odd number teams, like 1st, 3rd, 5th, so on, get put into one group. The even number teams go in the next group, and then they play each other, and then something happens, and then they go to the closing stage, and then the winner of the winning stage and the winner of the closing stage play each other, and then Mary Poppins comes out, and it's strange, and then it's a Wonderful Life, and we move on. Yeah, that's what he said. We are gonna go look just because, what a new contract. Just signed a new contract. Highest fee spent, 2044, 10 grand. Come on, man. Hey, they won the Star Hub. They did the treble, the Star Hub, the Singapore Cup, or no. How did they win against the third? It's just ridiculous. It's almost like he's thinking he's at Bayern Munich, except the level is a little different, I think you could say. So they won the league and the Star Hub Cup, but they didn't do the treble. They didn't win. Okay. Apparently they came in 3rd place. Or no, 4th place, because they lost on 3rd place. Oh, the board's got to be upset about that. I'm sure. Okay, he is a legend. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just frustrated. And Marcus did leave a comment. I'm gonna pull that one up actually. Something like he writes, GHG, we got some longevity to go with Juan and Grant. I like that. Me, meaning Marcus Frum, has been in his club for around 10 years and gets mostly skipped by GHG by now. It's just like, there's no drama. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, they are what they are. They are destroying the league I'm not saying they're ruining it, the league. They're just, it's close. It's close. Well, last season they won by 10 points. Season before that, you won by 14 points. Season before that, by 17 points. So, 20 points. So, you could argue, I guess, that this season is looking a little shaky because they're equal on points with Ballestier. But it's just kind of like, oh, look at that. They've dropped off. Yeah, because it's, Marcus, do something. Become the national team manager. Anything. I beg you. Anything, brother. Anything. I appreciate your support, but come on. Last but not least, Paul Colombani is still with FK Feelingsdalen. No one's corrected me, so I'm just going to assume that's how you say it. They gave him a contract at the end of the season last season, good through this season, so that's progress. They're 7th. They finished. So this is not a good trajectory, right? Relegated 4th, 6th, currently 7th. How bad is it? Okay. Yeah, but 6th is achievable, but They got some work to do if they're going to get to 5th. I mean, but if you can get to 5th, then like you can get to 3rd, right? So it could turn out, of course, you're 10 points off bottom, but you're closer to 3rd than you are to bottom, so, or to the relegation spot. So progress, I guess. 37% won, 46, 32, and 45. What's interesting to me is that like maybe the board just go like, finally, let's find somebody that can help us get back to where we were, because they were there for quite some time, right? Like that. This is not a good run. But do they like? They've got okay finances, 1.5-star regional reputation. Has there been a change in the board where they're just like, this is who we are? Come on, Paul. I know you can do it, man. I know you can do it. All right, we're at the end of year 33. Let's do this. I mean, you had a good run. 12 years as a staff member, 36. 36 was when he retired, not 36 years as a player. But, and to be fair, he wasn't employed as a staff member the entire time. But what an epic run. Maybe he's retired to do commentary, right? He's gone back to Germany. Can we dream? He's gone back to do commentary in the Bundesliga, because surely he's a recognizable legend there, right? 330 appearances for Schalke over 11 seasons. I think that's what's happened. Jordan, feel free to tell us in the comments if you've decided to do something else. Grant is still with Scotland. Yes. I can't really tell if this has gotten any better, if it's just kind of the same. Okay, 18th. That's okay. Okay, let's see. Nations League, because I didn't look to see the Nations League they were in now, but apparently, wait a minute. Oh, that was World Cup. So they went down from the previous time, right? And Czech Republic and Israel, and I bet they stayed put. Yes. So they did not go up. Czech Republic, just on the goal differential or 4 goals, whatever the sorting rules are, even on points, but just squeaking by. The 2-0 loss, if that was a 1-0 or a 2-1 or something like that, maybe it turns out differently. But that's okay. That's okay. Get some more wins under your belt next season. And then Euro qualifiers. Ooh, a draw to Wales and a loss to Germany. Germany getting their revenge, the German revenge. So currently find themselves... Okay, this isn't a 5-team group, which, as we've learned in the other save, means that all 5 results matter, or the results against the other 4 teams matter. So currently, 3 games in on 4 points, but they do have a game in hand against Wales, but Wales got the goal differential standpoint. Ooh, it's looking shaky. Could this mean that after this round of qualifying that, that Grant's like, okay, I need to get back out there? It doesn't even show his contract. He's currently volunteering. Congrats, Grant. That's great. Oh, Juan has moved clubs. He is now with Deportes Vallenar. Okay, what happened? They finished 13th. Did they sack him? Surely they did. Yes. I mean, you win 30% of your games and you draw a little more than 30%, 55 versus 53. There's the 30%. And you lose 64 after 5 years. I think the board's justified in doing that. They've not really greatly improved their stead. Finding themselves in 9th. I mean, that's better, but it's not that many points difference, right? It's still kind of tight. So, okay. Where is Deportes Vallenar? I didn't see it on that list. That is the Campeonato Nacional Scotiabank. Is that the one below? Because that's indicating a promotion. I'm going to guess that's what that means. Yes, Colo Colo, I know, is a big team. So that means... Now, riddle me that. How does it get... Oh, they've got 2 points. Oh my gosh. I just saw it. How does a guy who... I, I I'm just saying, Juan. How does a guy with, not really getting success and not getting promoted and gets sacked, how does he fail upwards into the next team who literally, okay, just got promoted? So I think that's fair that they're not doing well, but that's not a good sign for him. They've only won 23% of his games. Okay, he signed in September and got them promoted. Wait a minute. What is happening? This guy left of his own accord. He won 52% of games. Where did he go? Okay, Union La Sala. Okay. He's had 2 jobs since then. That's excellent. So Juan comes in. Okay, September 5th of last season. They're having a good season, cranking along. So Juan didn't go up a league. So he comes in, they lose 2 games. He comes in, they only lose 2 more games the entire rest of the season. He gets them promoted through the playoffs. It's tough sledding. My goodness, is it tough sledding. 2 draws, 2 points. That's the only way to get 2 points, unless you had some sort of crazy points deduction. They get knocked out of the Copa Chile in the second round. I mean, they're going down, aren't they? 2 points. You're 10 points clear. That is not looking good. But I'm curious what that does for his... Does that do anything for his reputation? Because he technically was the manager that took them up and got them promoted. He's on 1.2K a week, but his contract's only through the end of the season. So when they get relegated, do they just nah, we'll find somebody else? We'll find out. Hetland is still with Liverpool FC. They have extended his contract this month. Are any of these different? Still Continental Pro. Is the Continental Pro in CONMEBOL incredibly difficult to get? Finished 5th. Not good. That's a bit of a drop off. I wonder what the okay, hold on. Do I dare try and look at the points? 46% won. They did win the cup in January, the Super Cup. Why were they in the Super Cup? I don't know. 60, 33, and 35. That's a pretty good record, right? Like, you've definitely won more than you lost, and you've drawn an equal number than you lost. That's decent. The previous guy won 42%, and okay, to be fair, did get sacked. Previous 39, 41, 34, 47. Okay. Maybe it's not great, but I mean, oh goodness, the stages thing is insanity. It's just insanity. Okay, the opening stage this season, 6th on 24 points. Overall table has them as 5th. On 39. I still don't understand. Oh, it was a detailed comment. How do you go from 24 points to more than that? Is that where the intermedio? Are you getting points for that? I'm not really sure. 1, 2. No, that's not 10 point. I don't understand. I still don't understand. Okay. So it's really hard to tell. Like, last season, we saw this. They've done well in the intermedio, okay, and then not bad to finish the season. Okay, lost in the Sudamericana quarterfinal. That's kind of a big deal against the Millonarios. That's kind of not fair. I guess we'll find out. I feel like I guess we'll find out a lot. Marcus From. Is there really anything to find out? I'm going to take a look here because somebody said like maybe they're making a run in some sort of a cup or something. Or maybe they were talking about Singapore rather than the actual league team. But they righted the ship. They did win the league. It was tied on points. They're currently 9 points clear. They finished 5 points ahead. So that's the closest race I think we've seen yet when we've looked. which hasn't been very often. That's just so... I just want him to do something else. But I mean, I think at this point, there's no way, right? He's been there 13 years. There's no way he leaves. There's just not. He's not getting a Continental Pro. He's 48. He's not going to stretch himself. We'll keep looking, but my hope is not high. Paul Colombani. Still, did that number, is that higher or lower than what it was? They extended him last season. How'd they end up? Oh, they bounced back. Third. Okay. Wow, that's actually kind of surprising. Whoa, I clicked a bunch of buttons apparently. Third, 50. They were like way. I mean, I remember I was like, yeah, it looks like sixth is achievable, but man, but getting to third, like if you can get to fifth, then you can get to third, and they did that by a whole point. Now they're still 11 points off getting promoted, which isn't great, but I mean, 51 points is quite the achievement compared to where they were last season. I can see why the board, like, okay, maybe he's turning it around. Like that definitely changes the story a little bit. Up to 41% won, 62, 35, and 52. Well, I'm just kind of curious. How did this happen? End of the season, they only lost 2 games compared to start of the season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in the first half of the season in terms of league play. And then they went on, I mean, they're 4-0. They're like clean sheets all over the place. A couple of goals conceded, but overall playing extremely well. So there's a chance. Can he get it done this season? Now, right now, they're in 5th. But, 9 points is not undoable, I think is what I would say, in terms of trying to catch second place. So you're saying there's a chance, huh? What do you think? I think we can do 4 years. That's what I'm feeling. Here we go. Or at least this episode we can do 4 years. We'll just have to see if I can get to it by next episode. It might be 3 years for next episode. All right, Grant, still with Scotland. I mean, he's been there 8 years. That's a good run, right? But like, do you want to overstay your welcome? Currently 18th in the world in the European Championship second round against Germany. Probably not going to go well. Although you could argue they did. There were a couple times they got some draws. Okay, how have they gotten through? Top 3 teams. That seems a little unfair. Or overly generous, I guess is what I'm... You beat the bottom of the table and you lose to Czech Republic and Croatia. Ooh. Obviously, they qualified. Okay, so they were able to overcome Wales and get to that second spot. So that was, I mean, nice little turnaround. And only 2 points off Germany. I still think you go like, wow, we're only 2 points off Germany. Although you could say like, well, last time you qualified to the World Cup. But I guess if you're a Scottish fan, you go like, okay, if there was a competition we had to finish first in from qualification standpoint, we'd take the World Cup, right? Over Germany. Now they play Germany in 2 days, whatever, in the Euros. And then they're back in Nations League B against Bosnia and Herzegovina and Switzerland, who they just beat 3-0. So that would indicate potentially good things coming. But again, I kind of wonder, is Grant just going to like sit tight, or does he, these things tend to run in cycles, right? Or is he not going to do that? He's like, I'm staying forever. Okay, Juan is still with Deportes Vallenar, or is Vallenar? Is it the double L? Is it a Y or a Vallenar? Vallenar. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Contract through the end of the year. They extended him last season. They got relegated, right? Yes. 16th place. Back to Primera Division B in 3rd place currently. Okay, it's not a closing stage alphabetical list. So they're actually in 3rd. So they're 6 points clear of remaining in the playoffs. Now, obviously, if you could make up the ground on the 9 points, that would be, better. Let's just take a look. How bad was it? Did they get more than 5 points? What do you think? Just in your head right now, what do you think? Do you think they did? 14 points. I'm not saying that's amazing. It's better than 2. Right? I mean, you had a rough run, and then, I mean, you actually had some green dots on the list here. and a few less red dots. Like, this would be encouraging, I think, if you're the board. Like, okay, they're starting to like figure things out. We're up against some tough competition, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, you got 2 wins. So you got 12 points. Six of the points coming from wins, and the rest coming from draws. I would be, you know, encouraged by that. And then, you know, you come down here and you immediately have a shaky start, but then you right the ship, and things have gone well. You've gone on quite the unbeaten streak here before you're dropping a game and hopping right back on it. And now it's been a little choppy, but you had the cup game, you know? I'm just saying, I think it's okay. 27% one is really not fair because, you know, because you had 2 points, you know. If you look at this season, it looks a bit better, I think. Progress? Hazel Hetland is still with Liverpool FC. He's extended his contract again. He's still not got a Continental Pro. Is it broken? Is it broken? Or is it the most difficult thing you could ever achieve? Ooh, 5th place. You like to see like a bounce back, right? 46% won. That's okay. 78, 47, 42. Not a whole lot to really show, I don't think. Currently, they are... Okay, it's in the closing stage. I almost said it. It's just like only lost 3 games in the opening stage. So... oh, man. You only lose 3 games, and you are in 8th? Wait. 7? Okay, it's the draws. I thought these numbers were all bigger than the one. I was like, how did they play more games? But you're 1 win away from being in the conversation for 4th based on goal differential, and a win and a draw from being in the conversation for 3rd. So it's you know, it could turn out all right. Yeah. I don't know what you want from. What else am I supposed to say? Oh. Dun, dun, dun. He's only won 70% of his games. 317, 87, and 45. But what happened last season? Oh, a whole 3 losses in league play. More draws. Oh, the board can't be pleased with that. Give him the boot. By 2 points, you lost to the Unicorns of Nagata Unicorn Singapore. Would that indicate there is some other Nagata Unicorn? Like non-Singapore? Is that what that means? And currently, 8 points clear. If there was ever a time for the board to go like, it's time to bring in some fresh blood, it's after you lose the title for the 2nd time in 20 years. He's a legend. He's never going to leave. Paul Columbani's run with FK Feelingsdalen has come to an end. Oh, they weren't able to keep it. Yeah, they finished 5th. They just sacked him. Wait. Resign would indicate like they got relegated down, but they're in, like, did he resign because... Okay, I was thinking they got relegated. It was like the game saying, hey, we don't have that league loaded, so the manager resigns. But they were in 5th on 46 points. In this season, they're in 7th, but they don't have a... They don't have a manager? What happened? How do they not have a manager? Is it just a player run situation? Do they have some player that is like manager coach? Did they go amateur? They got 1 paid player, he's injured. Everybody else. I'm really confused right now. I'm just looking. Semi-pro. Maybe what? They don't have any staff. Hold on. Okay, I just checked. They were semi-pro earlier in this, just a couple years ago, that like that I've recorded tonight. So that's not it. Riddle me that in the comments. How do they have no? Okay, we'll hop to the next year. It's the end of year 35, and I can't wait to see your comments about that situation with Paul. I'm sure it's something simple that I haven't thought of, but I'm really confused right now. First up is Grant. He's still with Scotland. Is he just going to retire? Like, at some point, like, I'm good. I've done what I wanted to do. Or maybe he's making enough, volunteer hidden money because we can't see the contract, to where it's like, I'm good, man. Like, I'm with the national team. I go fly around and watch a bunch of players, but it's not the same as being like day-to-day manager, They're 18th in the world. Okay, still in World Cup qualification stage. Let's take a look here. Nations League looks like they're going up, beating Switzerland once and drawing with them, and being just off 10 points to Bosnia with 6. Interesting. I guess they beat Switzerland twice. That's a little surprising. They got past Germany in the Euros. Unbelievable. And then Russia. Unbelievable for many reasons that Russia's there. And then they lost to England. Probably also unbelievable. English friends. That was a joke. US didn't qualify for the World Cup recently. I can't really say anything. But it was a funny joke. You thought it was funny. Right? Right. And then let's take a look at the top of the table by a point. I think they're looking pretty good to make it again at the top of the group. That's pretty exciting times, my friends. Way to go, Grant. Okay, one is still with Deportes Veyanar is what I'm gonna. Veyanar. I think Veyanar. It doesn't sound right when it doesn't roll off the tongue, but it's the double L, right? Or is it not? I apologize. But they finished 5th. Oh, they're currently 10th. That's not good. You're 5 points off where you were. To be fair, Iberia is down in 14th. So, and they finished what? They finished 14th last season. So maybe it's not one, right? Maybe it's the team. Their best finish aside from the promotion year was 4th. So 5th is, okay. He's doing all right. Currently 10th though. That's not ideal. So can he turn it around? 29% won. Oof. That's just a little rough, isn't it? Lots of draws. I mean, they're not, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. Just not enough wins. Got to keep the fans happy. Not looking great. Hetland has left Liverpool FC to take a €100 a week pay cut with Defensor Sporting. He still doesn't have a Continental Pro. Maybe he's like that staff member that you've had before. It's like he's really struggling on his contract. Left. Doesn't say sacked. So he started at Defensor Sporting at the same time. Okay, so let's go look. Oh, maybe he got out when the going was good. When did he leave? I guess we should probably figure that out first. He left in July. So pretty much right after we did the episode last season. They were they'd done okay. It wasn't great. And then it was really not good under the new manager, and it's gotten a little bit better under whoever's taken over since then. Okay. But he was poached, my friends, by Defensor Sporting, who are in the same division. And quite good. Okay, hold on. Yep, same division. Liverpool has made a couple runs, but historically has been more like, looks like a mid-table team. And I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Versus Defensor has been more like upper middle table, and then more recently, like, quite good. He's been, but he didn't win anything. 52% won though. 26, 11, and 13 is like, okay, that's like a legitimate, it's been a year. And so he was partially responsible for them finishing second. Now, okay, I guess, okay, what we can do with the opening and closing stage, this will be good. This will be good. We can look to say, like, in the opening stage, where were they? And that'll kind of give you an indicator if they were overperforming. Okay, they were, okay, in the opening stage, they were 28 points on 15 games. In the closing stage, they were 35 points on 15 games. So you would argue, second half of the season, that's our boy. That's our boy. That's a 7-point difference. Now, it wasn't quite enough. Oh, it came down, if this is how, if the overall table is accurate, it came down to goal differential, but he was able to get them up on points. I think indicator of a good manager. Surely the board's happy. Right? Not, oh, I guess I didn't look at this year. Opening stage. Ooh, they're behind his farmer team. But, you know, they made a run in the second half of the season last season. So, you know, you just have to go like, you know, +7 on the points versus the opening stage. Positive? What do you think of the comments? Let me know. Guess what, guys? Mark is he's still the Young Lions. And they bounced back. They won the, they won the league. And the cup. And they did the treble. Yeah. I'm very excited for you. Oh, okay. Whoa. Currently, with 2 games in hand, 1 point off, they've got some challengers. Could this be our opportunity to kick Marcus out and force him to, like, stretch himself? So maybe that sounds harsh, but I just, you know, mate, you're a legend. Like, go do something else. Figure something else out. Maybe just loves coaching. Paul Colomani is not done, my friends. I thought he was done. I thought with his attributes here and no Continental Pro, I thought he was done. Nest Sotra Football. Okay, so when did he take over? Did he take over before or after they got relegated? August 22nd. Okay, that was last year. Okay, he's won 39%. They finished in 14th. He was in charge when they got relegated. 9, 5, and 9. August, whatever. Just call it August. Okay, not okay. When in August? 22nd. So I was trying to give him that win. It was after the win. Draw. Okay, 2 draws. 1 win, 2 draws, and 6. 1, 2, and 6. But when you look at the rest of the season, where you only had two draws and 2 wins, from a percentage standpoint, or 3 draws and 2 wins, from a percentage standpoint, no, this draws in this section. Okay, then this is slightly better results. they're currently in 4th. They've been on quite a nice little run here. They've only lost 2 games in league. This is looking pretty good. Why would I say that? I've just cursed him. He's going to fall out, I'm sure. Okay. All right. Okay, his former team is ahead. That's the second time we've seen that. But, 7 points off is not unachievable. But at the very least, right, like, we're not down here. And it looks okay. It doesn't look great, but it looks okay. Could, we could work our way back up here potentially. Potentially. Positive thinking, yeah. So that's where we're at, my friends. I'm excited for next episode because there is the chance that the young Lions, I'm not saying they're not going to let it. He's a legend. They're not going to, it's like the firing Sir Alex Ferguson. That's not going to happen. But could that encourage him to go find, greener pastures or to challenge himself? Because that one team with 1 point, they're 1 point off with 2 games in hand, has a chance to take the lead. Now, could they hold on to it? Can Paul get him back up into second place to get that promotion? Like one of his, has he had a promotion yet? We'll look at some other point. Grant doing well with Scotland. Juan will have to see. Hetland will have to see. I'm really interested because he made the move. If you've enjoyed that episode, my friends, I know it was kind of all over the place. I'm hoping I haven't dropped the ball on something besides understanding the Uruguayan leagues. I almost said weeks. I'm going to go edit this now and hopefully have it published for you to see today when it comes out on the Wednesday. Hit the like button. We'll see you then. And then I'm on vacation for the next 6 years.